Perfect. I'm just going to put that there. What we are looking at, let me put this here so we can record it and you can have it later. Perfect. You're going to have this later. What we are looking at here, and if you realize most of you would have applied this consistently, the difference of what we're going to do right now is that you become so conscious. You know, like when you step into a dark room, right? If we are not aware that what really brings light to a dark room is the light and it is connected to a switch. If we step into a dark room and then by error we stumble onto a switch and the light comes on, we'll be like, oh, I stumbled today, the light came on. But the next time we step in there, we'll think that it's by stumbling that the light will come on. And then we stumble again, we find out that the light didn't come on this time. But the truth is, the light is governed by that switch. All you need to do is identify that switch. Once you know where that switch is, you're not afraid of stepping into a dark room. You know that every time you step there, all you need to do is reach out for that switch and turn it on. So this is exactly what we are going to do here. You've been doing this in your life. Nothing I'm going to say here is new. But the thing is, you've been doing it unconsciously. By chance, so today it works. Then the next day you're wondering, why did it not work again? Every single time, for you to even become resilient, understanding that you have the ability to bounce back, you must become self-aware. You must understand, for example, who am I? For example, if I have a ball, a football, and maybe a golf ball, or the ping pong ball, they're smaller. When I understand I'm a ping pong ball and I'm a football, if you bounce, you hit a ping pong ball, it's not going to bounce to the same level capacity as a football, am I right? When I hit a football, it's going to bounce to a different capacity. So I am confident, I know this is who I am. I'm a ping pong ball, I'm a tennis ball, this is my maximum level that I can, based on my potential. Like I was saying, we are all unique and different. So you can't see Selena, it's not because I'm super strong, absolutely, that I can bounce back so high. God created me that way for a purpose. Honestly, like, I'll go on to the forgiveness thing that Queen now asked me, how did you do that? And I'll explain some stuff more in detail with that, so you need to get in your mindset. So when you understand, self-awareness is critical. And that's why you will not burn out. Because some people think, oh, I'm strong, I can do this. Then you go, and immediately you're knocked down. Because you thought you could bounce like the football. You could go higher. So you keep stretching, but you're finding yourself, how come the football is going that high? I'm not able to go. So you think that you're not competent. You think that you're not good enough. But you don't know who you are. So self-awareness is crucial. This is who I am. I can only carry like a baby. I can't carry more than 10 kilos. If you give me, I'm going to break down. We can't give a newborn baby anything to carry. A newborn baby, the legs are meant to walk. A newborn baby cannot start walking. The legs need to develop. You can't expect a newborn baby to start working, and when they don't work, you say the legs are not functioning well. No, there's a level of maturity. And every single one of us is on a different stage of our journey. Based on your level of maturity, you carry the load that you are capable of carrying. So you don't put pressure and break. You cannot be looking at Rosemary, at Mary, and say, oh, they can carry so much. It means I can do that as well. Absolutely. So I want you all to pause. And in this self-awareness question, it's like, who am I? Not about your name, not about your titles. And that's why often, I know when I call myself often, I have the places where I use Dr. I don't even use Dr. Sylvia, I was just laughing. I use my full name. If I'm stepping into the hospitals, the mental hospital advocating for women who have been oppressed. I'm meeting people who think they are so intelligent professionally. At that moment I step in, I'm Dr. Sylvia for Chapikam. I don't even say Dr. Sylvia. With everyone I work with is Sylvia. Jesus never had titles. I laugh, I said Jesus would have been professor, doctor, bishop, if he's into this world. We don't need that. My title doesn't make me who I am. So who are you? What are your greatest strengths? We didn't give ourselves the strengths we have. Absolutely no. Who gave the strength of the eyes? Who made the eyes to see? God. Who made the legs to walk? Who made the nose to breathe? None of these parts of the body went to school to study and have a PhD. Effortlessly, as we became mature, when we were born, your eyes could not see. It had to get to maybe 3 days, then you start seeing. Your legs could not work. There's that natural process of development, maturation, and growth. So it's understanding your power, your purpose is linked to your strengths and never your weaknesses. However, your weaknesses will sabotage your greatness. Imagine the eyes are powerful, they can see. And go put sand into my eyes. I'm blocking the ability of the eyes to see. Or I never go to bed, I don't sleep. Like, your eyes are gonna get so tired, it won't be able to open up again. Without you controlling it, you want to close when you want to keep it on. They are just some natural things that God has created within us. We just need to align, and it will become so natural. So when you begin to understand, this is my greatest strength, it will be linked to what you can do. And what you can do, I might not be able to do. It's that you want to become resilient with doing something you were never called to do. You're going to break down. You're going to crush. So a lot of people, and when you become self-aware again, you understand. This self-awareness goes so deep. I'm not just talking even of physical. We've got to understand this first and foremost, that as humans, we are made of a spirit, soul, and body. In our soul, we have our mind, emotions, and willpower. The real life in us is spirit. In Greek, spirit means life. When God created us from dust and then He brought life to us, we became a living being. The real life is actually our spirit. When you understand that, you know that you're so powerful. No physical, tangible thing can destroy the spirit. When this physical body dies, the spirit lives, is free, goes back to God. Okay, this is the soul, mind, emotions, and the willpower. This is kind of like the engine, because through our mind we become conscious. This is a spiritual realm, but it's like the bridge between that spiritual realm and physical realm. However, the real power, even though I say the real power in us is the spirit, we are actually human beings. We are spiritual beings having a natural experience which makes us human. You have to hear me through my speech, your hearing, your touch. This is a physical me. Spirits are not legal on earth. A spirit cannot come and start talking here. You can see them. So the real man is my body. And we know this. If you allow your mind is your real vehicle. I want you to think about a car. You've got a driver, you've got an engine, and you've got the body part of the car. I want you to look at this. Nobody really sees the engine of a car, but the engine of that car determines the potential. Am I right? If that car is going to go at speed 180 kilometers per hour, or it's going to go on a maximum 100, it determines the power, the strength of that car. The body works, beauty, external, just like we can put all our makeup, we look beautiful, we wear all the clothes we look, that's external, beautiful. However, the body part, beautiful without an engine, is of no use. A car without an engine is of no use. More importantly, the driver of that car, the purpose will not be fulfilled without a driver. The driver of that car, which is now your mind, the conscious part, we have the subconscious and the conscious mind. Your mind is that part where you become conscious. Am I going to drive this car and stay on track? Or I'm going to crash it maybe because I've had some alcohol. Then you drive, you destroy that beautiful bodywork, isn't it? And the car engine lockdown. So I want you to think about the engine of a car. Nobody sees it. We don't even know it. How many of us drive cars and we know the engine? We don't even know. Do you know the engine of your car? Yes. Oh, wow. You're all... The capacity? Yeah, capacity. Yes. Yeah, apart from capacity, if they tell you how does the engine really work, can you open the engine and tell me parts in that engine? No. I have no clue. Okay. So the spirit, I want you to liken it to that engine. It gives, like, we don't know it, we don't see it. It's so minute, it's covered, but without it, the car cannot move. It's the real power that brings life. The driver to the mind, it will determine if that car fulfills its purpose by driving it on track or taking it off track. And then the bodywork of the car is the physical body. So all the self-awareness has got to do with this. Your spirit is a real life. Like this light again, we don't know, none of us have seen the source of electricity to this building, am I right? The source is like the spirit. Without that source of electricity, like right now they're going to tamper with the source of electricity. As beautiful as these lights are, beautiful physically, this is the body. There will be no light because it goes beyond the physical chandeliers that we have. The real source. If the source is intact, the light is intact, the switch is off, there can be no light. The switch is the driver, on and off. The switch is the mind, on and off. I'm going to switch on. I'm going to be connected to the source of electricity to this building so that I can bring light here. If this bulb is fine, the source is perfect, there is a problem between the switch that connects, between the cable that connects the switch to the source. There will be no electricity. Am I right? Your mind is the switch in terms of resilience. A mind that is governed by the Spirit brings life to your entire body, irrespective of what you're going through on planet Earth. Whatever challenges, a mind that is governed by the Spirit, by the body, dead. You're going to be like, you know, we say in science, what is it, medically? Disorder, your feelings, your emotions, you're constantly like mood swings. Today, maybe that hobby tells you you're amazing, you're the best woman in the world, you're happy, you're allowing your external to govern your mind. I'm beautiful. Tomorrow, the husband tells you you're the worst. Something happens, you're not good enough. Oh my goodness, I'm not good enough. Tomorrow, you get a promotion in work. Oh, I'm the best, I'm that. The next day, you're sad. Oh my goodness, you just told me I don't deserve this work, I'm not good enough. However, if you understand that the true power is the Spirit, it doesn't matter what has happened externally. It continually fits you. Like for me, no matter what is happening physically, yes, I understand. There are seasons in life. I'm going to speak life into me. I'm not that negative. It doesn't matter what is happening now in this relationship. I'm a special child of God. I'm beautiful and wonderfully made. I'm destined for a purpose. I add value to the world. I've got so much gifts and strengths to add to my world. This is only a season, the external. As you keep speaking, scientifically, our mind is neuroplastic. It's like you take an elastic band, you pull it this direction, it goes this direction. If you keep telling your mind, let's go, you're strong, you're amazing, you're beautiful, your mind creates new neuronal pathways. It creates new, let's say, motorways that will drive you to experience wellness and everything you're telling it. If you keep telling me you're horrible, you're this, remember I was talking about what's alive or dead. We give life to it by speaking, because we are spiritual beings. If somebody says you're terrible, you're that, and then you think about it, you speak it, what happens? You kill it. You kill yourself, and that's it. So self-awareness goes beyond just the physical. When you understand how the spirit is soul and the body, and no one can touch my spirit. The spirit is connected to God. He is spirit. And for me, I'm a Christian, believing in the Spirit of God. It dwells within me. What are the fruits of the Spirit? Joy, peace, love, kindness, self-control. And look at it. He says fruits, not seed. I said, God is amazing. He knew that if he had to give us seed, some of us will not sow it in challenging times. We'll abandon it and will not nurture it. So you'll never see the fruits. He said, I know that you go through challenges in this world. In this world, you go through challenges of many kinds. But be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. I'm going to give you abundance of fruits, of joy, of peace, of love. So when you need it the most, you don't need to go sow. Just consume. Just get this fruit of peace. Just experience peace within you amidst what is happening. Because like Jeff Kennedy said it so well, peace is not the absence of war. Not in the world, not even in your family. He said, if there cannot be peace in the world, let there be peace in the nations. If there cannot be peace in the nations, let there be peace in the cities. It's a smaller confinement. If there still cannot be peace in the cities, let there be peace in the homes. Or let's come to a smaller confinement, the neighborhoods. If there still cannot be peace, because there's some people who cause confusion and war, let there be peace within your home. If there still cannot be peace within your home, because maybe Mr. YZ is very, aggressive, let there be peace within you. The ultimate peace that surpasses all human understanding. Peace comes from within us, given by the Holy Spirit of God. You can be in a home, there is chaos, you bring peace. I used to say this, I'm not joking, sometimes like joking, my children will all laugh. And I've shared with you, my greatest challenge, you wouldn't believe it, has been in my marriage. If you see me and my husband now, God had to make us go through that so that we can help other couples. We're helping hundreds of couples, and we share openly our testimonies. And I used to say this often, I'm the light of this home. So when he starts talking, I'm like, hey. When the light steps in, there can be no darkness. And the truth is, words are life or death. When he speaks negative, anything, I speak positive louder. The energy of positivity is powerful. And I tell him where I dwell, where my words dwell. After some time, it silences. I praise, I sing, I speak life. It takes over. It takes over. We have to understand how powerful we are. So when you understand that aspect of being aware that words are life for them. I remember once we were driving. We've shared this even in our life, me and him. We used to do live and broadcast, people would join. We're going to, I think, London for an occasion. Suddenly we started talking, got into the argument. I don't really like us arguing in front of the children. And he was being a bit mean, you know, he's come a long way. And he would say that, I think maybe most African men sometimes their words and all of that. He will admit and he'll tell men, be very kind to your husbands, to your wives. And then for a minute I paused. I'm like, you know what? I said, sweetheart, this is not the husband I got married to. I know you. You're a good man, you're a kind man. This is not you. And then I started saying, you know what? I'm the strongest woman in your life. Your mom is not as spiritual as me, and the enemy knows that. I have a great role to play in your life. You want me to upset. I started proclaiming on my husband, you're this, you're that, you're great. Guess what? He calmed down. He stopped at the station, hugged me and said, baby, I'm sorry. I chose the positive. I chose to decree and declare the man I see in him. The man that God created each one of us to be great. But of course, there will be cases where negativity will come in, upbringing, the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy homes. Understand that families are the building blocks of communities. If I damage a family, like me and my husband now, we are so much like, so powerful, honestly, because if you're seeing it, even most black communities say that. It's not just Sylvia talking in leadership. Go back to my home. You see that. Go back to my husband. And we inspire a lot of couples, a lot of families to be the same. Our children are inspiring children. Because maybe a child will look at me when I become a doctor. When they look at Destiny, like she said, a 4-year-old wrote a book. If she can do it at 5, I can do it. And she tells everybody, you can do it even at 3. So we've got to get to that stage to understand we are so powerful. Self-awareness. So in that challenging times, whatever mountain is ahead of you, get away. Step into you. When our focus is too much on the mountain, I want us to look this example. There's an obstacle. I want to get to Selena. No, it's okay. I want to come and meet you. This is obstructing my way, right? If I'm focused on this thing, oh my goodness, who put this table here? I'm going to see Selena. I'm stuck here. I can't believe that they did this. I can't see any other thing. I can't see any other opportunities. I can't see that there's a path that I can walk through and go to Selena. I can't even see that I can climb here and go on top of the table, or I can go there. And the mountain becomes so big, it's large, it's so broad, big, I can't even get to Selena. When you step back, like the further away the plane goes, the smaller objects become. The further away you step from your challenge, detach yourself from your problems, your challenges. You're not your challenges, you're not your problems. You're not what you're going through. Take some time away. This is a marriage that's distorted, a child that's been in wayward. Okay. As long as maybe my child, my husband, my marriage, I'm not in marriage. I'm an individual that has stepped into, add value to this marriage, to build or to destroy. A wise woman builds her home. A foolish woman destroys with her own hands. When you step back, what tools do I have for the need that I can help build or solve this problem? What strengths? Don't look for what you don't have. Jesus asked Moses. He said, I can't speak, I'm stutter, I do this. What have you got in your hands? Don't go too far. I need to go to school. I need to get a degree. What have you got in your hands? What strengths have you got? If I need to turn that staff into a snake, I will turn it to conquer the battle. If I need to turn it to a mighty rod that can divide the Red Sea, I will transform it. Don't look outwardly. Look within you. What have you got? You begin to see. I've got Miss Mary. She's an incredible, wonderful friend who has wise counseling. She counsels me wisely. Selena, oh, I can walk. You begin to see the things, the problem begins to become so diminished. And then for me, I begin to see the God in me, who is so mighty. 1,000 out there is so minute as compared to him. So I'm like, wow, I can see this. So then your perception changes immediately. Transform your perception. I'm writing a book. It had to be released before this conference. I got so busy. The power of perception. Change the narrative and the stories you change. You tell yourself to change your life. There are the stories we tell ourselves about the problems we go through. It's a perception. Do you believe me that 2 people can go through exactly the same situation in life? Yeah. Opposite narratives. Completely opposite. So what's the problem? Is it that challenge as a problem? It's your mindset, perception. What's perception? Simply the way we see. As you see something, you become aware of it, you understand and interpret it. Because the way you understand something, you interpret, you will respond to it. If someone stands here and you see them like they're abusing me, they're putting me down, you look at it that way and then you definitely respond that way. If you look at it, they are really hurting, they're in pain. They've had a broken relationship, a broken childhood. Your perception changes. I have to show more love and compassion towards them. Perception is the key. Our perception creates a reality, never the thing. Nothing per se is really good or bad. It's what we do with it. Even anger can produce great, powerful efforts within us. How many people, because you're angry, enough of being in that depressive home, enough of being in that abusive marriage, through anger, you take actions. Not to destroy, but to build something greater. Or to start a purpose to save those who are oppressed. So you've got to change your perception. I want to give you this to really harness the power of perception. In that book is so detailed. It will transform your life. The 7 powerful strategies. There was a woman, she was going through a lot of challenges. Her marriage was broken, her family, her job, she's just lost her job. Her grandma was super, super positive. Her grandma was like me, I'm sure. Very optimistic. Always talking about the good in life. She said, you know what, grandma, I'm going to disappoint my grandma. She was so close to her now. But I need to keep away in my life. I can't do this anymore. Life is so difficult. I've lost everything. She's even lost her child to her husband over the custody battle. She's like, I can't live anymore. But I just owe this to my grandmother to go give her one last respect and tell her I'm sorry. I didn't see life the way you saw it. And I'm going to do it with my life. When she went to her grandmother took 3 pots. Sit down, my daughter. She explained to her grandmother. Took 3 pots. Let's imagine I have these 3 cups here. The same. Let me get, can you just pass me that one, please? The same size, the same material. She filled all of them with water. The same amount of water, say 500 ml of water. She put them all to boil. Boil for maybe about 10 minutes, all of them, they were all boiling. So you can't tell me that A is different. You know how we say it, my situation is different. You cannot understand. If you don't wear my shoes, no, we're not born to wear people's shoes. You are unique. You have a unique journey, a unique mission. God did not call me to walk your path. He did not call you to walk my path. Those are excuses to make ourselves feel better and give justification why we are in this stage, why we are broken, why we are depressed. It doesn't help anybody. We're not sent here to make excuses or justifications. You don't need to justify your life to anyone, by the way. So she put the water there, and in one she put an egg, she put some carrots, and she put coffee. Boiled them for 10 minutes each. She took them and served. She served the coffee, served the coffee. The egg, we just had some egg there, and she served the carrot. Let me ask you this question, and she asked her daughter, her granddaughter, what's the difference between these 3 objects? Before and after the boiling process. What's the difference between an egg, a carrot, and coffee before and after the boiling process? What would you say? How was the egg before going through the boiling process?
It was in a liquid form, but after it was boiled, it became solid.
I love that. Yeah. And when it was a liquid form, it was very fragile, wasn't it? If it falls, it's going to break, damage. What about the coffee? Dry, powder, bitter, and then after that,
Very tender.
and it's liquid, yeah? And some people, nobody eats powder coffee, am I right? Okay. And the carrots?
Hard, but when it's tender, it became
Super. So the grandmother said, look at this. The hot water is the challenge. Let's say it was coming to destroy these 3 objects. But each one of them got out of that situation different. So based on the characteristics of an egg, it came out based on its intrinsic characteristics. It became harder, more solid. So maybe in life you're so fragile, the least thing you break down, you become depressed, you become anxious. That condition is to bring out the other facet. Challenges truly reveal what is within us, what we are made of, another dimension of our being. If we are not happy with that, we can then start working to change. Challenges reveal what is within us. If I get this bottle, this is a bottle of water, but if there's something else there, I put challenges, pierce it from every direction. You say, okay, this is an abusive man punching me from every direction, I'm putting holes. This is not water. This thing, this juice is going to fill up. Am I right? If we're coffee, it will spill out. It reveals what is there. So it says that coffee, and then what about the carrot? Harder before, rigid, softer, flexible. Maybe you're so hard on yourself. You're very rigid, it's white or black. The least mistake you make, you criticize yourself, you condemn yourself. I messed up. He wants to make you more flexible, relax, show grace. We saw that really with have mercy on yourself. Be kind towards yourself. Give yourself the opportunity to, yes, fail, make mistakes, and learn and grow. I love the coffee above all. The coffee didn't even wait to come out of the hot water. The coffee said, hey, hot water, you thought we were a challenging situation, you're coming to destroy me. When I'm present, I transform you. You're no longer called water, you become coffee. Any water that coffee has stepped into changes the name. So you really don't even need to go out. The purpose of a coffee becomes revealed through that hot water. People now benefit from that coffee. They drink and consume it. Some of you need to go through those challenges. But until you become aware, then you think that is crushing you. But when you become aware, you're like, wow, this is a revelation of my potential, of my power, of what I can do to serve better. It is that transformation from that caterpillar. You don't say, well, I used to be caterpillar, I want to get stuck as a caterpillar. There's something more beautiful that's meant to be birthed out of you. A beautiful butterfly. So allow the process. God to work in you. It's like it says, the clay and the potter. He pulls it for noble purposes, pushes it this way for noble to shape it as it wants it to be. So you change your perception now and everything becomes different. You either have more compassion towards yourself, towards the person, more understanding, and that problem now you see it differently. Like this person has a problem. A spouse that puts you down, like the wonderful May Omar was sharing with me, the spouse that puts you down, say whatever you want to, they have a huge problem. I'm not the problem. They truly have something. Don't worry, I say it's going to go off. Yeah, it's not. So that spouse that puts you down has a problem. And I always tell people, it says, out of a spring, there is sweet water, you bring out sweet water, right? Out of a person that speaks filled, out of the heart we speak. It tells me your heart is filthy and toxic. If the water is contaminated and toxic, it's toxic. Would you rather be the person that harbors toxicity, or you be the person externally there? I can choose. I don't want to drink your toxic water. I don't need you. I have the willpower, remember, the power to choose. No one can seize that from you. We always have the power to choose. Some have even chosen that power to say, I don't believe in God. We can never say, I didn't have a choice. When you do not make a choice, you've chosen not to make a decision. You make a choice. Everyone, because of fear. Make the choice anyway. If you think they're going to kill you, let them kill you. But make the choice, because we have that choice. So it's always better. So I've changed my perception. They are really suffering. They have so much toxicity within them. What else do you expect from someone who is toxic? Until you change. What else? Their heart is full. If a spring has bitter water, you cannot get sweet water from it. Absolutely no. Absolutely. Until they choose that I'm going to change myself. It's not your duty to change them. You can inspire them to change. But if they don't want to change, you can't force them. You cannot. So when you become aware, your perception is completely different. I remember once again doing those challenging moments with my wonderful husband. And I think God had to take us through, like some of the women, like what you were saying. I am super intelligent and I knew that. Like you said, independent. I was working in the hospital. So I'll be like, I don't need to be dependent on him. And I think us women, we have this attitude sometimes, isn't it? God wanted to break me. God wanted to break me. That Sylvia, your intelligence and everything cannot solve your marital problems unless you surrender. I want to show you that I have a bigger power. You must surrender. So once when he asked me, what do you think you are? I remember I just took this smile. Honestly, I'm like, I am the daughter of the Most High God. Beautifully and wonderfully made. He was shocked. I didn't nothing about my qualification. When you become aware, and then sometimes they will put you down like, hey, yeah, it's A. I said, that's fine. I am not good, I'm not bad. What are you doing with someone who is not good and bad? I said, but guess what? Only patience, see the doctor. Jesus died for me. If you are holy, wonderful, you don't need Jesus. That's why I need God. Because I'm so imperfect. So you don't need him. So you see this kind of acceptance matters. I'm not bothered. But I know who I am. If God, who is perfect, who is holy, says you are beautiful and wonderfully made, I love you just as you are, who is a man who is sinful, limited to tell me otherwise. Do you see the mindset? Transformed by self-awareness. I'm the child of the King of Kings. I'm amazing. I'm powerful. Even in my weaknesses, He has a greater plan. His strengths make up for my weaknesses. And then you go on now. Another thing that I've just added here, because past this perception point, we change our perception, but some of us are stuck in unforgiveness, so we can move forward. Yes, fine, I'm aware of who I am. I've changed my perception, but I'm not going to forgive them. Come on. Come on. Forgive yourself. Forgive them. Life is annoying.
Yes. You see, you try to, within you, you said, I'm forgiven. But you realize that individual keeps doing things that you say, what exactly is it?
Again, like
And
I've
it
said,
is real.
again, let's just go back to that spring of water until we change the type of water that's in that spring. Am I right?
Yes.
So if it's still bitter water, you don't expect any change. But it doesn't take you to change that individual. Do you see what I mean? That individual still has toxicity within them. That bitter water, this thing still has the same. They say, I'm sorry, but they're not willing to empty this bottle and take forth fresh water. But it shouldn't change you. Remember we said that because your nature, your water. You can't say because now you are still behaving in a terrible way, I'm going to change. No. You are the sweet, living water. Why would you change? You just need to pour out more, and maybe when they receive more of your refreshing, reviving water, they may know that there is something else in life. Honestly, love conquers hatred. Hatred and love do not dwell.
You see, some people, like she said, are never like, they will never change, as you said. The toxicity is in them. So for me, I forgive you, but I don't even get close. You are not part of my thoughts. I don't remember you. I clear you off, and I'm done.
I love that.
So that I can clear, I don't really sit there. When I see you don't move me.
Awesome.
I don't hate you.
Awesome.
You don't exist.
That's fine. That's
so that my
perfectly
mind can be free. I don't have
That
to
is
get
perfectly
something
fine.
surprise.
Yeah.
So,
but you see that you've moved on. Like we're saying, you must not go back and be so close to them, because obviously if they continue to be toxic, you're like, I'm not gonna be. But your mind is free. You're not holding on. You're not holding on.
When I delete and block, it doesn't. I don't hold you.
If they come back to you in the future and they need help, would you help them?
Well, if you need my help, and I can.
I love that.
But I don't really. You don't form.
Yeah.
You don't. Form part of my thoughts.
Yeah. And when you don't think about your thoughts, that's perfect, because you're not thinking about them, you're not carrying them in you, and they are not holding you back. Perfect.
Nothing holds me
Yeah,
back.
that's amazing. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So the next thing now is to focus. What happens to us when we are not resilient, when we are not able to overcome challenges? Our focus is always on the problem. Oh, he's done this again, he's done this. When you now focus on the ideal, in this case, when you are going through challenges, problems, you can never focus on the problem. You must focus on the solution you desire, the ideal you desire. Yes, this is your reality. You are going through this right now. What would you rather have? If you were given the opportunity, maybe it's a magic wand that wave it and you have the solution. What is that solution that you want? So think about any challenge you are going through right now that is breaking you down. What would be the ideal solution if you could have that straight away? And you focus there. Focus is powerful. Focus is powerful.
Since you brought marital issues and men in it, what about when you are with somebody and the person tries to use something to blackmail you? Like, emotional blackmail. At the end of the day, like, let's say, the income that you earn is more than what maybe your partner is earning, and so you are able to do certain things without asking, and then the person feels like, oh, because you are earning more than what I'm getting, this is the reason why you are doing this or that. How do you handle such a situation? Because I was listening to a radio program. I think there's one radio program, Joy FM, and the lady was like, I want to do something. I consult my partner that, oh, this is what I want to do. Then the partner will say that, oh, go ahead and do it. Or you feel you are independent and so you just want to do everything yourself. And then the lady said like, oh, okay, then let me wait for the thing to be done. Or the man, you take a decision on it, but you wait on ending. The man is not doing anything. You feel that, okay, you two are also capable of doing that thing. So you go ahead and you do it. And then the man say like, oh, because you think you are maybe in terms of finances, you are more powerful, you are earning more than I do, you only do things without consulting me. But the lady say, hey, when I wait and I want you to take action, you're also taking the action and the things get undone. So eventually the man tends to leave everything, like taking the children to school, because she thinks that the lady is capable. The lady will do it. She does it, and the man tends to leave everything on her. And so that's emotional blackmailing. And then the blackmail of you think like you are stronger, you are financially sound more than I mean, I won't do anything. If I go ahead and I do it, it's like you are. Yes. So how do you handle such situations?
In this case, and a lot of couples face that, isn't it? We have to understand when we really become a couple, we are one, we are working together, we are a team. Take a football team, for example. It's not about one player. You're the best player in the world. In your team, all your other players mess, you're going to lose the match. You lose collectively. You can be the best player, but you lose. As a family, you lose, and homes break down. So when you have it in mind that we are all a team, we are working for a common vision, a common purpose, you have to have a clear vision in your home that you sit with your husband. What does he want to achieve? Which I think also that a lot of women, like I was saying, when I hear things like, and including myself, but now because I'm so much into personal development and growth, I've worked a lot with the Lord, I'm seeing things differently, and I'm sure that's why I had a lot of challenges in my marriage. How many of us before getting married, we really go out clearly, knowing who we are, we line up the kind of man we want to get married to? How many of us did that?
Sure, we never.
I never.
Never.
My goal was a tall, handsome man. I did get a tall, handsome man. I'm serious.
Fine boy.
Nothing about qualities and characteristics, because we'll be able to pick them out very clearly at the beginning, but we don't do that. So let's empower our children. When you have that common vision, unfortunately, if we are already there now, we just have to see how we can work and solve it. But ideally, that's why it says without vision my people perish. We get into marriage without a clear vision. What kind of a husband I want, what kind of a person I marry. He must have these qualities, and of course we'll not have problems. We have to have a common vision. We come, so at the beginning you will know if the man drives in the same direction with you, has that same vision. But so many of us, fine, we don't want to blame ourselves. We are already there, including myself.
Carried away by love.
Yeah, and God gave me that handsome tall man. You see my husband, handsome tall, but the character, definitely. We are there now. What do? It's okay. We are so powerful. Communication is powerful. Let's sit together.
That's the word.
Let's sit together. Let's talk. Put your own. Give yourself what is your own ambition in life. Your personal, your passion on the left. What's your husband's passion, his vision, and then together, what's your corporate vision? Because the truth is, some of us think that coming together, I'll kill your passion. Passion is life. God gives us a passion for a purpose. The things that move me, that make me excited. If I kill it because I want to be with you, I become a lifeless man. We have a lifeless relationship. Some husbands give up football because the wife says don't do football. But that's what they used to be so passionate about. You now have a man who is not passionate about anything. You've got him there, he's stuck there, but there's no life in him. And your relationship is dead. He stays with you, he doesn't go for that football, but you're just looking at each other. Get his passion, get your passion. So together, then what's the common? So you know you can work together. You are still a unique entity. God still has a specific vision for me as Sylvia, as an individual, then a corporate vision for my husband and my family. Based on your greatest strengths, my husband, he knows I'm excellent with finances. He's excellent with other some things. We are a team. It's like you are excellent at defense. You are an excellent striker. You can't be everywhere. I cannot expect you to come and do the striking. If you are the better manager with finances at home, speak to your husband and he knows. And when the vision is so clear, you know you have the same goal. Division comes from division. If you see it, two visions, divided vision. That's why in homes, you have your own vision, you have yours. Why do you wait for him if you are the striker? The striker cannot wait for the defender. You go out here with the ball in that position and score. The goalkeeper cannot wait for it's your turn to save. Everyone has a role. If I don't play my role well, the striker scores no ball, we lose, no matter how everyone plays. Who is good with finances? My husband will leave everything in that place because he knows, he trusts me, I'm good at that area. So it's really understanding, having that clear collaboration. What do we want in terms of maybe our finances, our children, our this? Set your vision together. Even as health, couples who work out together is incredible. Because as you're doing maybe sports, as work, you're bonding. You spend more time together. You're not fighting each other.
African man problem.
My husband is an African man. And he used to talk to the men. He said, I know how we are, but it's for the better of our family when we allow the women. So I think that's what, go have some clear communication. Because like you say, you're assuming, you're leaving it to him. Clear communication. And sweetheart, women, we are so powerful. Queen also said that easily. We know sometimes you say to them and they think that they are the ones making the decision. But the way you put it to them is what you are doing. We know. So you just put the table there. Where do you think you can contribute? Don't you think? And I think transparency as well. How many of us have joint accounts?
I feel. No.
It's incredible. You see again, honestly. Did you see what again? You can still have your single account.
Yeah.
I have a separate account. He has a separate account. We have a joint account.
Yeah.
When most important things for the vision,
Okay.
joint.
We have a business account.
Joint.
We have a
Yeah,
joint
we have a
account.
joint account. Yeah,
Salary
even
account.
us. Even us. We have a business account. We have a joint account. I have my personal account. He has his personal account.
No.
Business man,
When you propose to maybe after the marriage and you propose, so let's do the joint, and he refused, no. Maybe where you are, I will use myself as an example. You are in Britain and Ghana. Let's use the figure. You earn in pounds, I earn in cedis. Let's use 20. And he tells you no because I'm the man. What will you do? I'm the man, we will not do the joint because I'm the man. I will take all my responsibility. So we will not allow you to do that joint. And the second thought, okay, let me leave you. You are the man, so you supersede everything.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead. That is exactly what I did. I went ahead to that separate account for family. That's unborn baby,
Yeah.
my husband. But you know, it went on. Whatever you plan to do, if you don't involve him, wahala. If you involve him, I will not take it. With this, what will you do?
You move on.
You
Yeah,
move
well, I
on.
want to say something honestly. All of you are mostly you're Christians, am I right?
Yes.
Prayer is so powerful.
Yes.
We are so powerful. There are times when some things I would say, like I'm doing a challenge. We have a group. Maybe I will ask some of you, women of faith group. I do encouragement every single day, audio and stuff. And this month is really about patience, and it's just incredible. Sometimes I just surrender.
Exactly.
I say, Lord, just touch my husband's heart. There are times when sometimes he said no to me and went out of the door. I said, I will not follow, Lord, touch him. He's driven and come back. Prayer is powerful.
Yes, that's exactly
Prayer
what
is
I did.
powerful.
And one
But you
thing-
cannot, and then most women as well, so many projects that we've done in terms of business projects, honestly, I've gone ahead. My husband has said no initially. But the way I put it, but once it's been done and he sees the benefits, the one talking about it, like, but that's fine. But you've got nothing to lose.
Yes.
It's all for our family. And no problem. Yeah, but you see, so I think most men, because they are not visionaries, they will be seeing the challenges, but you see beyond the challenges. But in a nice way, when you go and then they'll take all the praises, but it's fine, you achieved it. So again, it's that wisdom. Allowing God, and when he knows you want the best, and there are so many ways, you know, you can really, I'm sure you know your husband better. There's soft spot where you can touch him and really make him to believe, but honestly, and prayer works a lot.
Yes, that's exactly what I did. And behold, a friend whom he always talked to, I went to on my knees and prayed that God should make them like, how do I? Have you seen sheep and then goats? Goats, when God sees you the way, yes,
Yeah.
he should make his friends like that. And that is exactly what happened. Because when he comes, he's drunk. Anytime he comes home, he's drunk. So I did that and it worked perfectly. Now you can't even touch any
Amen.
alcohol.
Amen. Because
So
that's another
prayer
thing,
does it
unfortunately, if you have men drinking and unfortunately, they're not in their right mindset. Like I was talking about that driver, unfortunately. So that's another thing we just have to pray to overcome. And then we go now to you focus. When you focus, there is power in focusing on the thing, whatever solution you want to create. When we focus, there's external energy. Think about it. You know that when the sun is shining, the light, the rays they don't burn us, right? Do you know that if you take a magnifying glass and collect the rays of the sunlight, you can see the effect of fire? It's the same amount of rays that were dispersed before. They were all over the place. Focus has a great power. And I think that's been one of my strengths. I can focus on a task and complete it. And people think that, oh, you're doing a lot of things. It's my ability to be focused. We get distracted. Challenges sometimes are simply distractions to get you off track. So your energy is everywhere and you are less productive. So focus on the solution. Put all your energy, everything, and God gives extra energy. We must take action. It's pivotal. Do something. Once you've had what you want to do, that solution, maybe start the communication with your husband. Ensure that every single day you have some conversation. Just greet some people, maybe they don't have that chat. Put something together that you can do. Take action. Whatever it is, maybe if you want to look at a real challenge that's going through so we can go in details, just take action. It's powerful when we start taking action. The laws of nature align to help us so we can move towards that direction. But when we are not taking action, nothing changes. We talk about affirmation. If I'm doing affirmation, this picture cannot change. It's a picture. So if we dream, I want to be in America, I want to become a doctor, I don't take any action to go to school, it becomes mere wishes. It becomes like a framed picture in my wall. Actions make my vision, my dreams become a reality, no matter how small that action is. And the truth is, once you start taking action, there's something, a fuel, a drive, a motivation. Your mindset changes. You're more hopeful. Faith without works is dead. Show me your works and I'll show you the faith that you have. So it's very important that you take the least step that you can to bring the smallest light into that area. It's just like you're in a dark room. Just go bring the smallest candlelight. If you can light it, light it. And once you see that tiny light, it gives you hope. Wow, I can bring light here. Then you are looking for others and all that. Thanksgiving, gratitude is powerful. A grateful heart is a cheerful one. Let's remain grateful. Let's remain grateful. During challenging times, the difference between people, science has shown that as well, people who are so grateful in life, they have a very high threshold, like I was saying before, for depression. You need to use like mountains to knock them down before they can become depressed. Gratitude has a powerful force. In fact, it connects us to a deep inner spiritual realm that I showed you before. It's like it opens the heaven and God is dwelling right within you. Be grateful. Don't always look at the half-filled cup. You can give someone half-filled cup here. I'm looking at Rosemary's cup. How come mine is half full? You're looking at the empty part. Look at the part that is filled. Don't focus on the emptiness. Focus on the part, and then you begin to have more as you use it. Like we talked about the talents, the little you have. The one who had two went and invested it, and God said, well done. He didn't say you invested only two. He was given only two. Then well done, you maximize it. I will give you much more. The one with 5, like I said before, self-awareness again, know yourself. Maybe you are given only 5 talents. But it's not even only based on your potential, because the one who created you knows your ability and potential, what he put within you. When you start being grateful and then you utilize it, it's incredible. More blessings will come your way, more strength. And you are grateful for the solution that, you know what, change is the only thing that is constant. Thank God I'm still alive, even though I'm going through this abusive situation. Some of my friends, some women have gone through and died and lost their life. Yeah. Thank God I'm still alive, maybe for a time like this, so I can come to this summit and get more enlightenment and get more people to support me. And thank God, because change is the only thing that is constant in life. Tomorrow must be better. My best days are ahead of me. The end of a thing is better than the beginning. I know that there is greater power ahead of me. As you're being thankful, it gives you more fuel. It gives you more hope. You are re-energized, which is why a lot of people say, I'm so energetic, I'm super thankful. I was saying this, it took me some time. I was teaching about gratitude. I wasn't even aware, because for us it's so natural. 99% of our prayers with our children is on gratitude. You hear them say, Heavenly Father, thank you for this, thank you for mommy, thank you for daddy, thank you. They'll call all their aunties, even the things they want us to purchase for them. They still be like, mommy, thank you because mommy will buy this for me. It's Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. It's powerful. And then now, lessons learned. Nothing we go through in life is by chance. Like I said, you're fragile, it's coming to make you more rich, more solid. You were first of all so rigid, hard on everyone, critical. You know those people who are criticizing everyone. He wants you to be a bit flexible in life. He wants to reveal your purpose. So Lord, teach me, what's the lesson? What have I got to learn in this thing? Yeah. Because you must gain that knowledge, you must learn. If you need to change your situation, you cannot keep being in the same position, the same mindset that you were at the beginning of the challenging situation and think that you come out from it. You need to change your mindset. You need to get the lessons. So from relationship 1, what lessons did you learn that you take into relationship 2? From your relationship with your friend who betrayed you, what lesson did you learn? And wisdom is ability to discern, is discerning between right, wrong, good, bad, and our ability to apply the knowledge that we've learned. Knowledge is application of knowledge. Wisdom is application of knowledge of the truth. Knowledge is not power. We always say knowledge is power. Knowledge is potential power. If we don't apply that knowledge of the truth, it doesn't change our life. So as you're going through that challenge now, lessons learned. When I get through every dark room, all I need to do is look for the switch. Once I turn on the switch, the light will come on. When I'm going through a challenging situation, all I need to do is that. Communicate effectively. Maybe sometimes just step back. Look within me. Take my mind off that challenge. And find the strength within me. And finally, powerful affirmation. Call those things that are not as if they were, and it becomes reality. You are doing all of this. The solution has not still come forward. You're self-aware of your strengths. You've changed your perception. You've forgiven them. You are focusing on the solutions. You're working hard, doing everything, taking all the actions needed. You are grateful every single day. Yet that solution seems to be far away. Start affirming. Start calling it out. You begin to attract. Even nature begins to bring people into your path that will help you achieve that. Call forth. And when you decree and declare, if it's a situation where it's your health, I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm overcoming this illness. My God is a healer, I'm a healer. You speak authority, your mind begins to change. Scientifically, that has been shown as well. People healed because of affirmation. Because they consistently spoke words, words and words. Words are life, words are energy. When you affirm, add emotions to it. Put it in the places where you feel more low. If it's in your bedroom, maybe you're really depressed, people are putting you low. In front of your mirror, I'm beautiful just as I am. Your mind is still changing. Your mind is creating new neural pathways that even when you are not aware, unconsciously, people put you down. You don't even bother. You just smile because unconsciously, I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm amazing. They put you down. You know you're of great value. You're bringing value into your marriage, into your relationship. And someone says you're useless, unconsciously, I'm useful. I'm bringing so much value into this home and relationship. It's powerful. Do that again and again, and I believe. So then it goes back now to the end again. As you affirm, you're aware, you have the power to create. Once alive, they become alive. And then you begin to see that, you begin to magnet, to attract. And that's why I'm saying the people who attract in our life, it is far a lot. Like I said, you can't expect to say, I want to have a husband who is this, that, that. Great men of that caliber, they want certain type of women as well. Am I clear? We never think of working on ourselves. Because there's an alignment, force of nature, that someone of a certain energy level will simply be drawn to another person. And maybe we can empower our daughters now, which I'm doing with my children. So that you have clearly, you know the woman you are, you know your values, and you know the kind of man you're looking for, which I did not do, and most of us did not do. But right now, it's not late. When we start doing that in our other relationships, like I'm sorry to say this, I know, because, and you've just shared this with me, so maybe it can be like I'm saying it now because, but I usually say this. If I've gone into a first, even like a relationship with someone, but God brings that for a purpose. But maybe after 3 friendships or even any relationships, pause. I tell some women I work with, don't rush into the next relationship. Don't. You don't need a relationship to feel worthy or qualified. Find yourself. Seek deep within you, who am I? What do I want? Because when we keep doing that, it becomes a vicious cycle. We're attracting the same person from one abusive relationship, and I work with a lot of women who are from abusive relationship. It's been a cycle. They've left one to the other, because they've not really stopped and paused to understand who they are, the worth in them. And then they start giving names. I don't know, these names, I don't like to use them. I don't think they use them in Africa. Narcissistic, whatever it is. That's nonsense. When we label people, it's so easy for us to give up because we've labeled them. We say they are the problems. Stop labeling people. When we work on that, it's just like when I step out there are some people, I know they can't even come in front of me to say, I love you, I want to date you. Just my persona. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Just my presence. And even women, even in my Cameroonian community, the way I hold myself. Someone was saying the other day, the deputy lieutenant of Liverpool, She doesn't tolerate to be amongst women who talk about other ones. I don't. I dislike gossip. If you're talking about another woman, so I know that when I step in, so many of my Cameroonian friends, or not friends, like associates, honestly, when I step in, they might talk behind me, it doesn't matter. But there is a different, honestly, the energy. And because of the person I am, I say sometimes smiling, like when I say some things, I'm sure some of them will be like, I wish I could give Sylvia a piece of my mind. But the way I put myself there, they cannot there. Do you see what I mean? Because the way, even my husband and I, we are so close. So when we step into places, we know we've inspired some, but some will be like, what do they think they are? I used to be very, very, like a really, really naughty girl, small, when I was small. When you are like, if I'm doing something and you're like, I will do more of it to give you more reasons to talk. Yeah. So maybe in some situation, so even I didn't want to kiss my husband, I would kiss him all over and just hug him so you talk more. I used to be that way, but now I don't do that anymore. When I give you more reason to talk. So it's so important, please. Know who you are. And then you will realize that a lot of things will change. You will be able to, every challenge in life, if it's there, it's for a purpose. They will be lighter. Surrender it to God. Live here, make clear goals. What changes do I want to see in my relationship? Get your spouse, they are your partner. We are not fighting with them. If a football team, Cameroonian team wants, they were fighting amongst themselves, they lost all the matches. If a team is fighting, there's this thing, divide and conquer. The best way to conquer a people, you put them fighting against each other. The devil is just laughing. Your husband is not the enemy, but you are fighting him. The real enemy is destroying your home and your life. Are you cold? Oh, sorry, yeah, because all the things have gone on now. So please, if you have any questions, then we can move to the next. So if you look at those, honestly, it's been, some of you, if you reflect, you've been using that, you'll be able to overcome every challenge. Don't try, remember. Trying is not doing anything. And when you say try, your mind does not say, your mind says, what is try? Give your mind an instruction, the power of affirmation. Jesus did not say, I will try to create light today, or God. On day one, he said, let there be light. Let's try and see if we can do light today. No. Let there be light. I am going to, and there was light. Give your mind, our mind is powerful. It amplifies everything we give it. So if I'm telling my mind, let's try. Your mind is saying, what do you mean? Try what? Like I said the other day. Try maybe just sitting down for someone who's never walked before, gone out. Try maybe today I look outside of the window. Before I was so depressed that I couldn't even get up. So who measures? What's the measure? But walking is, I'm taking steps. It's okay. I'm running. If you're running, it's okay. It's okay to rest. Once you stop, right now, I'm resting. I'm not trying. I've chosen to rest right now because I'm tired and I need a break. Honestly, change the way you also speak to yourself, the words you use. And I think, like, you congratulate, this has been my greatest strength. Like, even my children, they will say something, oh, Mommy, you're super positive. But they've got to see now, my daughter, Latoya, she's saying that she's not, doing personal development with her friends, and it's incredible. Before they'll be like, oh, Mommy, we are just joking. I'm like, why do you always choose to joke, like children of today, with the wrong words? Why can't you joke with positive words? I said, the Bible says words are life or death. There is no joking. There is no lukewarm. There is no comma. You are dead or you're alive. That's it. Honestly, we do things and we say, oh, we are joking. We don't realize that unconsciously. There was like this story. They use a lot in teaching. A frog that was actually, they were doing an experiment in the lab. They started putting it, they put it the first time in hot water and it was just really like so hot. So it reacted, of course, to save itself, jump out, the reflex action. What they did later, they put it in warm water and they were gradually heating it, stirring it up. Warm, it was adapting, warm, eventually to very hot. It did not move, it died. Some of us become so complacent. It starts in a very subtle form, with mediocrity, with averageness, with a little negative word spoken over us. It's just before, oh, you don't seem so intelligent. Why are you always making mistakes? Why do you always get things wrong? Just so subtle, and then you're a failure. You're a loser. You're useless. We just settle there. And worst of all, we start telling ourselves the same stories. Desensitization. Today's world, in those days, we'll see blood and will not look. Even myself, they've desensitized a lot of young children. Young people will see blood, and the thing is fun. They are videoing it. So the mind has adapted, and that's why you see young people killing others, because life, blood means nothing now to them. I'll pause here if you have any questions, if that has helped, and then we can move forward to forgiveness, which I really want to touch. Any questions? Anything you want me to? And in terms of relationship, I'm a huge example. Again, honestly, my marriage has been my greatest challenge. I said I've left like from breast milk to nursery school to PhD to a job. That's how my life has been. Loved by everyone, my teachers. But life is not like that. God had to challenge me somewhere, and he had to use my home closest to me. Because if I'm not so close to you, what you say to me doesn't really matter. You see, like destiny. So maybe someone in my home. Let me go to forgiveness now if you don't have a question. We're talking about that forgiveness. How do you do it? And I just thought, I said, there's really no how. Like I said, it's like you asked me, how do you start walking? We are created. The legs are given to us to walk. And I'll explain. How many of us, when we were children, we forgave at the blink of an eye as babies? How many children, or your children, you shout at them, they are crying, yet they're coming for mommy, mommy, hugging. How many? We used to be like that as children. We've learned to harbor unforgiveness. We've learned to harbor bitterness. Our natural conditioning is love. We are created in God's image. God is love. 1 Corinthians 13, what is love? Love is kind. From chapter 4, love is patience. Love does not keep a record of wrong. Love always forgives. I rest my case. Always. It does not delight in evil. Yes, they are evil, but I'm not going to delight because I am love. Love does not keep a record of wrong. Love always trusts. I trust that though you have gone out of place like the prodigal son, you have gone astray, I trust that you come back on path. So I pray for you. I'm compassionate to help you when you're going to come back. We have learned to become unforgiving. I'll share this story with you. My daughter Destiny, just to tell you how children are. Once we're coming back from church, we're going to go out for lunch, the entire family. I can't remember now. I'm really good at forgetting when people hurt me, which I'm very thankful. I forgot the real things. I can just tell you the story. So we had to go for lunch. I don't know what Destiny did. And Dad said she was naughty, got upset, she was crying. And Dad said, okay, we're not going for any lunch anymore. Everyone was ready. We're going to go for lunch. I did not cook anything. I was not going to cook. We finished church late. Dad said, I'm sorry. And of course, moms will want to protect this. And I'm like, no, it's not possible. How can you? You've told these children we're going out for lunch. And right now you're saying they're not going. Destiny was crying and crying. Everybody's saying, please, Daddy. Sorry, we're not going. We're going home. Daddy drove the car. Went home with everyone. I was so upset. I'm like, how can you do this? I said, sweetheart, you have promised them. Come on. He says, no, you have to teach them. You're supporting them. We went home. I said, okay. Dad left. I got the key. I drove out. I said, we're going to have this lunch. Took them there. I've become upset now with that, right? It was Destiny's matter. Immediately we got to that restaurant. Oh, Mommy, I miss Daddy. I wish Daddy's here. Daddy's really going to miss the food. We started eating, finished eating. They gave some candies. Destiny took it. I'm going to keep this for Daddy. I was upset with Daddy. It wasn't even my battle. Immediately we got back home, Destiny fresh, hug Daddy. Oh, Daddy, I'm so sorry, Daddy. I actually, whatever I did in the car before, Daddy, we missed you. I brought this for you. Daddy, hug her. I love you, my Daddy. Mommy, I didn't speak to Daddy. Morning, afternoon, this was not even my case. I went upstairs, I asked myself, Sylvia, you were getting into this child's battle. There she is. And I said, I will never get involved again. This is the heart of a child. That's how we were. I was carrying malice now, being upset. That little girl, missing, that's what we were. That's how we were. We've learned to have grudges. So let's go back. So can she tell me how she did it? It's natural. It's natural. The light cannot tell you how it shines. Its nature is to shine. It's because we've become someone else. We've departed from our true being, from our true nature. From the place, from God. As simple as that. I cannot start explaining to you how my eyes see, can I? How do I do it? No. All I do is open my eyes. God has equipped me with everything it needs to see. When we step on, we are connected with Him, you forgive easily. you forgive. It's not even about deleting. It's not even, that's why I think the Spirit of the Lord just said I should touch on this again. Because it's our nature. When we are not doing it, He says, by the fruits they will be known. If you are my disciples, they will know you through your actions. Jesus forgave people who knew what they were doing, crucifying Him. What did He say? Forgive them, they don't know what they are doing. So I hope we can take that on board. Know that we're created to forgive naturally. We were once those children who forgave at the blink of an eye. Let's pause here. Discussion?
So, you are in this relationship, it's always verbal abuse. You try, where the person is not even remorseful of this, how would you keep forgiving?
Again, I'll tell you, so easy. Very easy. First of all, that person has a lot of problems. The person is filled of bitter words. Until that person changes what is within them, the person will not change, unfortunately. You've got two options. You can pray for them, pray honestly. As a woman, you have so much power. And the Lord will touch them, but you must know who you are. You must take yourself as much as possible every single moment from that situation when He's abusing. And I'll tell you, and the fun is that even my husband, he said this, he used to say this, even in life, he will accept, and he tells men, be very careful. He used to have very negative words. My darling husband. He says, where he grew up in Cameroon, they call it Kumba. I grew up in a very posh place where we don't abuse, we don't hear insults. They grew up like in places where kids abuse in the street. Even one of my friends, an associate, she grew up there. She said, Sylvia, you don't know what you're talking, because we grew up hearing insults like norm. Honestly, yeah, in the back. So people would, honestly, so I, truly in my neighborhood, you never abused anyone. So for me, it was strange. So unconsciously, that's why people we associate with, we must be careful, you become like them. So for him, he would just say, it's just small bad mob. He would say, I have bad mob. You know, mama. And they would tell even men, even his very good friend, I think the wife too was in the same situation and stuff like that. What I chose, I'm life, like I said. Life and the lady was saying the other time, they coexist. That's not true. They can be by the side, the ones, like if you're alive, you cannot be dead at the same time. Am I right? Yes. You're either dead, and life is a higher force. My words are more powerful than his. If you can leave the environment, leave. If he starts speaking, I'm usually the one who leaves the house. If we're in the car, I turn on the music so high. If he wants to start playing the man and puts it low, I can sing. I start singing. I praise. Sometimes I literally close my ears and I'm singing. I don't want to hear the words. You don't want to hear any new words. If you know that the person has been nasty, how much of nastiness do you want to hear? Stop getting those words coming to you. Don't listen. I remember once I said I wanted to share it there, but I didn't want to share it because it's a bigger platform. I've shared it several times on live. My amazing, bless her, very close, my mother-in-law. Amazing, honestly. She suffered a lot. She's been broken and whatever. So even like words that she was spoken over her, like I said, so I can totally understand. When I got married to her, she loved me. I think she still loves me. When she had to come and live with me, my husband really loved me. We were so close until some challenges and all that. So we'll be like, even at home, we'll be hugging. We went to Italy with some of our cousins, children, my nieces, and my cousins said when they went back home, they were bringing them together, the dad and the mom, to hold hands. Because even with our children, we just cuddle and lie down. That's how we are. So definitely I'm sure she saw that, she experienced all of that for some reason. I don't think she didn't like me. She loves me, honestly. But one thing to the other, it was tough. But I knew that I was ready. I could do any toughness. Because I know who I am, where I'm standing above all. And there was a time when, and each time she hurts me, she would say things. I don't know if she wanted us to separate, most probably from every action. But I realized deep within me, like I was saying, I will always forgive her. It didn't cost me anything. It didn't. I would go out until one of my friends warned me. I would say, you can't believe it. She did this to me. And then that time I was coming back, she would call me, Sylvie Mama, Sylvie Mama. I'm already laughing. That's someone who's been nasty to me before. And I'm hugging her. My friend begged me that, Sylvia, if I hear that again, you'll be in trouble with me. But by the time I even realized it, I'm hugging her. Once what happened? Just to tell you what you can do is ensuring that you cultivate your own heart is clear. To the pure, all things are pure. It doesn't mean we are naive. So many people have told me to be naive. I don't mind. I'd rather be like a baby. But the truth is you really cannot, I know where I stand. You can't really just push me about because I know who I am. But in terms of evil, I choose to be, because I've seen so much compassion and grace shown to me. And to whom much is given, much is expected. Like I said, I didn't want to say that as well, because my children surely don't know that I was really naughty. I was really naughty as a child. I was the last child and everything, honestly. My dad, they showed me love. People said I was a spoiled child. I said, no, spoiled children don't behave this way. What I got is like I received grace when I needed punishment. I received mercy and all that. So it's so important for us to feel ourselves. It becomes effortless. So what happened this day? We sat there. That's my son. I'm not going to take it. If you want to leave, you just let me know if you want the session to be over. So she just came. It's 12:30. We're going to leave now. So she just came and they were saying all sorts of whatever. And I just realized, I think we've had a problem that I cannot remember again what happened. Unconsciously, I was so upset that day. I would speak out my mind. So I was going to talk in front of my husband and the mother. I don't even realize when I went and I was supporting my mother-in-law. I said, honestly, I was so upset with her and my husband. I will stand. If I need to speak, I will speak, and then I'm leaving. I'm not the kind of woman that will knock for so long, but I will say exactly what I want, how I want to say it, and leave. And I turned to him and said, you're not even ashamed. Look at your mother. Moving from one in-law, you can't build her a home. She should have her own home, self-service and all. Her brother was like, Sifi, Mama, tell him. And I just went on with that rage and look at this woman. Get her a place of her own. She's going from one place, constant. As I just finished, I just left. I went and lie down. She came and met me. Mama Sylvia, what do you want? Do you want to eat? Because, you know, I spoke for her favor. I never intended it. This is someone that was oppressing me. But how did I? Because for my dad, I don't mean evil to her. And even till now, thank God she's alive. But even till now, there was so honestly, I'm just sharing this with you because I think God made me go through this to share with other women, to give you encouragement. Because the way you do things to them, there's no ill cause against you. Avoid hearing those words. I will never eavesdrop if my mother-in-law is talking on the phone. My husband is talking on the phone. I'm not interested. If you call me or talking nastiness, if I cannot hang the phone, I'm very respectful. If it's an adult, I've done it several times. I leave the phone there, you're talking alone. I go. I'm serious. I come back after 10 minutes. They don't even know that they are talking alone. They don't. And I come back. Okay, but and they think they have dealt with you. I haven't had one of what they said. My husband wants, I also have this thing, if he sends text messages, I say, if you're going to use any negative word, it will be deleted. Immediately I look at the first statement, delete. One day, I don't know what happened, he sent me a message, I deleted it. So when he came back home, he thought that he had dealt with me, and I was like loving to him. So he thought that he had dealt with me, and now I was from I didn't see your message. Honestly, so help yourself with that, my darling. Yeah. And then gradually, like he started telling me, the baby, I'm better now, isn't it? For 1 month, I've not used any negative word. Because he too is aware. Honestly, they're struggling until they change. I'm like, yes, you've really become better. And he tells other men. So unfortunately, I think most African men, I don't know, I don't want to say most, because even I have British cases, that honestly, and my husband, he was great because he would tell other men, it doesn't serve. So does that help, darling?
Yes.
Perfect. Any final question? And then we'll wrap up.
That's not really a question, but
okay, addition.
It's just an addition.
Yeah.
So about 2 months ago, I think I went. It's work related. So I think, or is it less? 6 weeks.
Yes, about 6 weeks.
Yes, 6 whilst we were praying to come for this program, and I think I went through a very terrible moment, work related. Right from politicians down to work colleagues. You know, we work for government, so we work with the politicians as well. So an action.
Do you mind if we put that on you?
No.
Okay, it's okay. All right.
So an action was taken, and I was very bitter because first I didn't understand why that action had to be taken. No reason, nothing was explained to anybody, and the action was taken. So first of all, what I did was I went through the self-awareness process. I tried to ask myself, maybe it's something I am doing wrong that I'm not even aware. I did all the introspection and everything. I still couldn't really pinpoint anything. Then I moved down to perception. It's like, fine, I started perceiving. It could be because of this, it could be because of that. But I'm one person, I've trained my mind not to have, I have a very strong mind. When I think negatively, it affects me. So I always feed my mind with positivity. So I think in 2006, I went through anxiety because I fed my mind with negativity. So what happened was, our family, we are hypertensive. My mother, my father, they all died through hypertension. So when I was diagnosed as having hypertension, my first thought, hey, I'm going to die. So I built fear. And it turned into anxiety. Then it was very terrible for 1 year. You go to the hospital, diagnosis, everything, you're fine. But then you realize that you are going through. So I think what made me discover was I was given a relaxation medication, Activan. And I realized that anytime I go to the pharmacy to get a refill, they kind of look at me in a certain way. So I started reading about the medication. So when I read about the medication, it rather moved me to the symptoms. Then I noticed, this is what is happening. So I actually used my mind
to override.
To fight back. Then I knew I have a very powerful mind. So naturally for me, I don't feed my mind with negativity.
Wonderful.
I always try to feed it with positivity. So I came to the perception, and like I said, I look for the positives in anything that happens. So I started feeding. I've been able to forgive all of them except 2. I've been able to forgive the politician because I realized that the politician was giving wrong information, and I've not been able to forgive my boss, Commissioner General. I've not been able to forgive him because he listened to one side. He should have had a cross view of what was happening. So he has not been able to forgive him. And the 2 colleagues, I think, last 2 weeks, I greeted one, so I know I forgive him. Because the first time I just ignored him, but the last time I met him, you could see that he was avoiding to look into my face, but I intentionally looked into his face and said, good morning. So I think I forgive him. So it's left with 2. It's left with 2. But I still keep processing. I tell myself, I just want to, because I noticed that the moment I started forgiving them, I had all this strength.
Yeah, I love that.
I was becoming lighter.
I love that.
I could focus very, very, very well. And for me, like the actions I'm taking now is, I'm moving into an open space, looking at bettering myself, because I promised them when I'm coming back from Ministry of Finance, my title will be Dr. Mrs. Wesley. So that's what I used to. And in everything I thank God, because I was actually going through, before the actions were taken, I was going through a lot. So I thank God. And that's why I was telling her that I work with the universe a lot. So there are times that I know the universe is talking to me. So when I go through challenges, I know it's the universe that is asking me to take a break somewhere. So I know it's the universe. I think I found myself, the lessons, it's the affirmation, which I've done, that I'm going to come out better than before. So that is what I have to share.
Oh, that's
so for me, I know how
powerful
the mind is. So
thank you so much. Please release them, please. But I'm happy you're honest, but just forgive them. You see how much lighter you become. Yeah, thank you, my darling Selena.
You spoke about something that when you leave a relationship, don't try to go into the next one.
Yeah.
I think, not my perspective, but in the office, when the community that I work is a community 1 in Tema. It's a Islam community that full of, we call them junkies. Junkies mean the homeless.
I know,
some are
junkies.
homeless, some are prostitutes, into drugs. So usually when they are being abused and come to the office, then I also try to tell them that if you think you can't be in that, move and you move on to another relationship. But you said something that when you leave a relationship and get into another one, it's
Yeah.
so I want you to lecture me
Yeah.
a bit because normally my advice is
Perfect.
move out and go to another one.
No. Give yourself some time because what happens, they're living in, they're vulnerable. And most women who've been in relationships, abusive relationships, unfortunately, who have become so
And you know
abused.
something? When I was growing up, I was in a community that I lived with a judge. I think it's a quarters that with the district assembly. So the judge usually abused the wife. So I told her when I was a pretty girl, I was so blah blah blah. I said, me, when I get married, when I divorce, I'm moving into another one. Now, so as I grew up, when I passed out in the service, I said, me, if a man want to mess up, I'm gonna go into another one. I'll do wedding trip. I don't care.
Yeah. The truth is, honestly, it's not men that give us fulfillment and satisfaction. Let's not be looking for that in men. Honestly, I think right now in my life, even at the point where, God forbid, like I said, I believe nothing will happen with my husband and myself because we have a clear vision. There's no separation. We're not gonna separate, and we are working on our reactions. Yes, but anything, God forbid, we're even now talking of like to death do us part when we are old. You know, we don't just want death to do us part when we are still young. But I think like the next thing for me, you know, fulfillment, purpose-driven life is so powerful. I wouldn't be looking for another man in my life.
Sure.
But for honestly, because it's not what I really need. So if you look at that in these cases, like many women, even here, it's even worse, you know, the Western where I'm free, I can do what I want with my body, they can have like relationships over and over. So, but what happens? They are not ready. They are vulnerable. They've come from a place where they've been abused. Some of them now believe they are not worthy. And then when you need the next man, or those ones are so good. They are coming like your savior. They'll tell you the lovely things. And those women, they've not worked on themselves. They've not healed. They just jump in there. And then once they've given you all those nice things, you get there with them now, they start showing their true colors. You realize it again because you are so vulnerable again and weak. You've not done anything to build yourself. You fall into the same situation. Then they become that again because you didn't even take time to say, is this the kind of man I want? And can I really have this kind of man and keep this kind of man? So they have to work on themselves. Pause. Look at yourself, build yourself. Where did you go wrong in that relationship? Or what didn't work? It might not necessarily be you. Maybe God was showing you, like I said, most of us did not pray for the right partner. We pray for some attributes. But maybe God is saying that was not a man for you. You see what I mean? So it's really pause. Lord, show me, what's the kind of man for me? So it might just be what are the lessons you're taking from there. Not really your fault. You just step in without even thinking, maybe there was a deeper intuition that told you not to go, but the glamour and everything was so much, the niceness, their words, and you fell for it. So you learn now, okay, this is how I was weak, I took their words for this, I never really had myself grounded. So with all of that now, and then honestly, the right person will come. It will definitely even come when you least expect it. Your goal should not be looking for the next person. Of course, socialize, be yourself, and have in mind, what kind of man do I want now in my life? What kind of qualities and attributes? So when you even meet them for your first day, ask them. Tell them all who you are. This is my goal, this is my vision. Are you ready to? A strong man that's coming for you will be like, okay, align. If you don't align, I'm sorry. And honestly, you have a lot of women who say even when they got married now in a more mature stage, it was far better than when they got married younger because you're just doing, childish. But now you have people who are more mature and know exactly why they're getting into the relationship. Is that clear? Does that help?
Yeah. I was looking at the
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Super.
So yeah, please the time frame, because you said the waiting period sometimes is a bit difficult, waiting for maybe the right person. So how many years should you look at? Maybe I'm only asking so that it's not a matter of gap that he has had. So I just want that gap.
I love that. How many years to do self-development? Action is so powerful. The more action you take, the shorter the time to achieve your goals. It's like if you want to harvest maybe orange, you sow in this season of harvest, of sowing, then you are sure that you're going to harvest your oranges at the season of harvest this year. If you keep postponing, you're not sowing this year, you're not going to. So the sooner you start and the more actions you take. Someone will go to school, for example, you want to do a medical course, you go to school once a week, it's going to take you longer to graduate. So the intensity of the actions. How much do you desire to work on yourself to become the best version? So there's really no time limit. The more you work, you read books, you be in organizations like this, associations like this, go to meetings where you have your personal development, sign up, get a mentor, get a coach. The more you do that, incredible. And the truth is you begin to fall more in love with yourself. I'm serious. You see just how amazing you are.
see that is good.
You see how amazing, like I love my husband so much that even my siblings, we are so close. But sometimes if I don't really write it intentionally that I'm going to talk to him at this time, we talk quite often during the day. If I'm so busy, not even busy, I'm producing something, I'm writing a book, I'm so in love with the ideas. I'm so in love with that relationship that I have with myself, with God right now, giving me a new vision that I will forget. So intentionally, I have to look at, okay, I have to call him. Or if he calls me, maybe my phone is on silence, like now I can't see it. But so you see, because when you understand that there is so much in you, and everyone who comes, and you're gonna just attract those people. So the first thing is yourself. And then you start going to places now that you meet those kind of people, that those kind of people as we attend. Not every type of woman will come to personal development programs because they don't care about these aspects. They care about the physical, not the internal and the mind. So I hope that helps.
Sure. Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you all so very much.
Okay, I think my prayer is that God willing next year we'll be alive, but
We'll all be alive in Jesus' name.
The early registration will come early so that we prepare ourselves.
Perfect.
So
Awesome.
that's
Let me
what
just put this off. Yeah.